Hello, this is an example of how to do two things. One of them is to query Evalidator using the Evalidator API from within Excel. So let's do that first. Basically, this is a table result. You kind of probably recognize this as the Evalidator API output. It's the same information that comes in Evalidator, just portrayed a little bit differently. The way you access the query is you first go to Data, then you go to Queries and Connections, and when you do that, the query will pop up over here. You can double-click this, and then we can right-click here and say Advanced Editor. And for anyone familiar with the Evalidator API, these are the parameters associated with the API. And if you go to the Evalidator API website, you can see what the different parameters mean. So for example, WC is the eval group, R selected, C selected, and if you click on these, you'll see it has all the names that are exactly how you need to enter them for the API, but that's a whole other discussion. So anyway, you enter the information you want here. In this example, I've done multiple eval groups, one for Delaware, the 2020 evaluation group, one for Pennsylvania, and one for New York. If you're doing multiple states, you need to have as either a page, row, or column eval ID. So the numbers, the totals, and everything will add up correctly. So anyway, the way I generated this is partly through my own knowledge of the M language and partly going into Copilot and saying, well, here's some basic M. Can you take it and run this API query and return the data in a way that I have formatted? So anyway, once you've made your edits, you hit the close and load button, and it brings the data back into Excel. It runs the query by going out to the API and returning it to Excel in this format. And as we can scroll down here, you see that we've got the page, row, and column variables as group 1, group 2, and group 3. And the way it's set up is there's a blank cell where it's actually the total. So for example, in this case, these are the state level totals because group 2 and group 3 are blank. And here we have the county level total for Delaware across all the total amount of forest in Kent County, Delaware, etc. And then down here lower, I've highlighted, I believe, this is what I'm interested in making a graph of for the next thing I'm going to show you. But basically, it's for each state. I want to know the proportion of the total forest in the state that is each of these categories. So I want to take this information and calculate it as a proportion. So what I did is I went to Copilot and I said, I have a table in Excel and I want to create a graph, and I described it in fairly big detail. So then it gives me back the Python code. I have Python there. That was a little test I was doing to edit that. The point is, you can enter the Python code that Copilot gives you in this format. If you do the equals py function, like you're entering any equation in Excel, you paste in the Python that Copilot wrote for me, this stuff. And if you're familiar with R, you're kind of, or Python, you know what a data frame is. A data frame is just basically the data that you want to turn into an object that you can work with. In this example, it's just using the pandas Python package and an Excel function, and it's accessing the block of text that I've specified here. Land use by county is the name of the query. The default name of the query. When I run the query, I called it land use by county with spaces in it. That's what I named the query, Power Query. That pound all will get the entire table, and headers equals true, you have to make sure you have that in there so it'll know that the block of text that we're referring to from the retrieval associated with the query has headers. So anyway, I don't really, I didn't really pay any attention. I don't know. I just told it what I wanted it to do. I entered in there. I hit the checkbox here, and I'm going to shrink down my window here a little bit. And it chugs along. You can see it says busy. And I said, well, where's the image? Well, you have to click on this little box that pops up here. And you type display plot over cells. And there is the graph that got made. And you can see that, it has exactly what I wanted, which was the three categories of forest. It has a logical sounding y-axis, and this I might not like group 3, and I can ask Copilot to change it. And I said, well, instead of group 3, I just want land use category as the x-axis heading. And I might not like these. I said, well, the legend font's a little small and the boxes are too small. Can you make it, 20% bigger? And it'll do that for you. You can ask it to change the colors, etc. So that's how that works. So what's the point? The point is you can edit Power Query, as I've described, with different types of queries, with different tables that you would want to do for national reporting. You can go in here. You can add all of the eval groups in a comma-separated list here that you want to work with. It'll return a giant table that looks like this. Then I can just simply, whatever it is I want to do, whatever graphic I want. I might want a panel of graphics, one graphic for each state into a big panel, or I might want a stacked bar or whatever. You can ask Copilot to give you the Python code to run that in Excel. And you can give this as an example even. It gives you the code. You paste it in here after you type equals py, and then the brackets. This interface comes up, and you'll get your Python code. What it does is it runs, it sends the data frame and the code to, I think it's called a container in Copilot, runs it. So you don't even need Python installed on your computer. And it returns the information back to Excel. So you have to be on the internet and be using like a Forest Service computer that has access to Copilot. That's what this does. So let me know if you have any questions.